He lived his entire life carrying burdens alone. Each one added a new weight. He never once asked for help. This quiet choice slowly broke him, piece by invisible piece. His name was Arthur. Arthur lived in a small, weathered cottage. It sat at the edge of a whispering forest. His garden was his world. He had gnarled hands. His face was a map of gentle lines. He was a quiet man. He loved the smell of damp earth. He loved the feel of warm sun. He spoke little. He listened much. His days followed a steady rhythm. Patched his own fences. He patched his own roof. He cooked his own simple meals. He preferred the company of his tomato plants. He preferred the soft hum of the bees. The village knew him. They knew him as Arthur, the quiet gardener. Arthur carried a deep, unspoken belief. He thought asking for help was a sign of weakness. It was a burden placed on others. He believed true strength lay in self-reliance. He held this truth close. It was a secret vow. It was forged in some forgotten pain. He never wanted to trouble anyone. He never wanted to owe anyone. This belief was his constant companion. It was also his silent prison. His back often ached. His knees sometimes trembled. There were days he felt utterly exhausted. He would push through it. He would lift heavy bags of soil. He would mend tools with stiff fingers. He would feel a knot of anxiety. What if he failed? What if he couldn't do it? What if someone saw him struggle? He pushed these thoughts down. He buried them deep. He smiled a small, tired smile. "I'm fine," he'd tell himself. "I can manage." He managed everything. But the effort was visible in his weary eyes. It was visible in the slowness of his steps. He was a highly sensitive soul. He felt the world deeply. He absorbed the slightest hint of discomfort from others. This made asking for help feel even heavier. He thought he was protecting them. He thought he was protecting himself. One autumn morning, a great storm raged. It tore through the forest. It battered Arthur's small cottage. A large branch fell. It crushed a section of his garden fence. It was the fence he had built himself. It had stood for decades. The fence was old wood. The branch was enormous. Arthur stood looking at the damage. His heart sank. The repair was too big. The beam was too heavy. He tried to move it. He strained his back. A sharp pain shot through him. He fell to his knees. His breath caught in his throat. He lay there for a long moment. He felt the cold, damp earth. He felt the rain on his face. He felt something else too. It was a profound sense of helplessness. A quiet whisper rose in his mind. It wasn't about weakness. It was about impossibility. He couldn't do this alone. The thought was terrifying. It was also liberating. He couldn't manage. Not this time. Not truly. He hobbled into the village. His steps were slow and deliberate. He felt a blush creep up his neck. He walked past the baker. He walked past the blacksmith. He felt their friendly nods. He felt their curious glances. He reached the general store. Old Mrs. Gable was behind the counter. She had a kind, crinkled face. "Arthur," she said. Her Thomas arrived with a few other villagers. They carried saws and ropes. They didn't make a fuss. They didn't ask many questions. They just started working. They cleared the branch. They began to rebuild the fence. Arthur stood beside them. Maybe you are Arthur. Maybe you have been carrying your own heavy branches. You believe you must do it all yourself. You worry about being a burden. You worry about appearing weak. We often put on a brave face. We push down our quiet anxieties. We hide our struggles. We think it protects us. We think it protects us. But what if it isolates us instead? What if it keeps us from the very connections we need? We are taught to be strong, to be independent. It is the strength to say, "I need a hand." It is the strength to let others in. It does not diminish you. It expands you. It expands the space for love and connection in your life. The world is not meant to be walked alone. Your burdens are not meant to be carried in secret. There is profound courage in admitting you cannot do it all. There is immense grace in allowing others to share your load. When you open your hand, you don't just ask for help. You offer connection. You invite humanity. You remind us all that we are in this together.